Hey everyone! Welcome back to your go-to channel for rare and interesting coins. Today, we're diving into a fascinating coin that many collectors have questions about, the 1977 half-quarter dollar. Now, wait a second, half-quarter dollar, that sounds unusual, right? Well, we'll clear up the confusion, explore its history, and most importantly, find out its value in circulation today. So, stick around till the end. Let's get started. First things first, let's clear up the term half-quarter dollar. This is actually not an official US coin. A quarter dollar is worth 25 cents, so half of a quarter would technically be 12.5 cents. But the US Mint never produced a 12.5-cent coin. Instead, this term might be a misunderstanding or a mix-up with other coins. However, in 1977, the US Mint did produce the Washington quarter, which is a 25-cent coin featuring the profile of George Washington. The 1977 quarter is quite common, and millions were minted in Philadelphia and Denver. So, if someone refers to a half-quarter dollar, they could be thinking about a worn-out quarter, a foreign coin of similar size, or even a novelty piece. But for today's video, we'll focus on the real 1977 Washington quarter. As you can see, Philadelphia and Denver produced these coins in huge numbers, making them quite common. The San Francisco proofs, on the other hand, were specially made for collectors and have a mirror-like finish. This means the coin does not contain any silver, unlike older quarters from before 1965, so, if you're hoping to melt it down for silver, unfortunately, it has no precious metal value. But don't worry, it still has value for collectors. Now for the big question: how much is a 1977 quarter worth today? If you have a regular circulated 1977 quarter, its value is mostly face value, just 25 cents. But in better condition, it can be worth a little more. The highest auction price for a 1977 D quarter in perfect MS67 plus condition was $4.31. That's right, a quarter sold for over $400. But these high grades are very rare. One way to get a higher value is if your 1977 quarter has an error. Some error coins can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Let's check out a few rare ones. If the design is misaligned, values range from $20 to $200 plus depending on the severity. If letters or numbers appear doubled, it could be worth $50 to $500. If a part of the coin is missing due to a minting mistake, it can be worth $30 to $100 plus. If you think you have an error coin, get it checked by a professional coin grader like PCGS or NGCL. If your coin is in average condition, it's best to just spend it. It's worth 25 cents. But if you find one in uncirculated condition or with an error, it could be worth a few dollars to a few $100s. In that case, definitely hold on to it. For collectors, a high-grade 1977 quarter is always a nice addition, especially if it's graded by PCGS or NGC. So, keep an eye out. Alright, coin collectors, that's it for today's video on the 1977 half-quarter dollar, or rather, the 1977 Washington quarter. The half-quarter dollar is not an official denomination in U.S. currency, but the 1977 Washington quarter, 25 cents, is a well-known and widely circulated coin. Let's explore its history and significance. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Initially, it was intended to be a one-year commemorative coin, but due to its popularity, it became the standard U.S. quarter dollar design. By 1977, the Washington quarter had been in circulation for 45 years and continued to be one of the most commonly used coins in American commerce. The 1977 Washington quarter was minted at a time when the U.S. economy was experiencing inflation and rising commodity prices. This coin was part of the standard circulation coinage and was not made with silver. Features a portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Shows an eagle with outstretched wings clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. The 1977 Washington quarter is notable because it was part of the clad era. These coins were no longer made of silver, unlike pre-1965 quarters. It was widely circulated. Millions of these coins were produced, making them common even today. It continued the classic Washington quarter design before major changes in 1999, when the state quarters program began. Though the 1977 quarter is not rare, certain error coins and high-grade uncirculated versions can still be valuable to collectors. Today, we're diving deep into the 1983 USA half-quarter dollar, a coin that often raises curiosity among collectors. Is it rare? What's its value in circulation? Stick around because we've got all the details you need. The 1983 United States quarter dollar is part of the Washington quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932. This coin was minted during the early 1980s when no official mint sets were released. That makes this year unique for collectors because finding high-quality examples is more difficult than usual. The obverse, front, features the portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan in 1932. The word Liberty is inscribed at the top, with the date 1983 below and In God We Trust on the left. The reverse, back, features a majestic bald eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, with olive branches below. Above the eagle, you'll see United States of America, and below it, $quarter. These coins were made from a copper-nickel clad composition, meaning they contain no silver, which is crucial when determining their value. The 1983p and 1983d quarters were heavily used in circulation, making uncirculated ones harder to find. Since there were no official mint sets released in 1983, most collectors had to rely on finding these coins in circulation or in souvenir sets. Now, let's talk about how much a 1983 quarter is worth today in circulated condition. In general circulation, a 1983 quarter is worth face value, 25 cents, if it's heavily worn. However, if it has minimal wear and good details, it could be worth $1 to $3 in circulated condition. If you have an uncirculated 1983 quarter, it can range from $10 to $30 depending on the grade. Higher MS, mint state, grades, such as MS65 or MS66, can fetch $100 or more at auctions. Are where the real value comes in. Some 1983 quarters have minting mistakes like double strikes, off-center strikes, and die cracks, which can push their value up to $500 or even more depending on the rarity. If you want to check if your 1983 quarter is valuable, here's what to look for: the clearer the design, the better. Uncirculated coins are worth more. Clean surfaces increase value. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, or missing details. These record prices show that high-grade or rare error 1983 quarters can be worth thousands of dollars. So, is the 1983 USA half-quarter dollar, $quarter, valuable? For circulated coins, you might only get a few bucks. But if you have an uncirculated or error coin, you could be holding onto a small fortune. The 1983 United States quarter dollar is part of the long-running Washington Quarter series, first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The series was initially intended as a one-year issue but became a permanent coin due to its popularity. The obverse, front, of the 1983 quarter features a left-facing portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan in 1932. The inscriptions on the front include, "Liberty above Washington's head. In God We Trust" to the left. The year 1983 at the bottom. Below the eagle, olive branches represent peace. The words United States of America appear at the top. The denomination quarter dollar is written at the bottom. One of the most interesting facts about the 1983 quarter is that the U.S. Mint did not issue official uncirculated mint sets that year. This means that most quarters from 1983 entered circulation immediately, making high-grade, uncirculated examples difficult to find today. In the early 1980s, the U.S. Mint faced budget constraints and did not release official mint sets for the years 1982 and 1983. This decision had a lasting impact on collectors because it meant that most 1983 quarters saw heavy circulation. Unlike other years where collectors could obtain pristine coins from mint sets, finding a well-preserved 1983 quarter today is much harder. As a result, uncirculated 1983 quarters, especially those in mint state 65, MS65, or higher, are highly desirable among collectors. The 1983 Washington quarter was struck in copper-nickel clad composition, which had been standard since 1965 when the U.S. Mint removed silver from dimes and quarters. Composition: 91.67% copper, 8.33% nickel weight, 5.67 grams diameter, 24.3 millimeters. Unlike earlier Washington quarters, pre-1965, which contained 90% silver, the 1983 quarter has no silver content, meaning its base metal value remains low. However, high-grade specimens and error coins can fetch significant premiums since the 1983 quarter was heavily circulated. Most surviving examples show signs of wear. Finding high-grade, well-preserved specimens is challenging, which is why collectors often seek uncirculated rolls or original bank-wrapped rolls from that year. No official mint sets were released in 1983, making uncirculated examples harder to find. Circulated coins are common, but high-grade coins are rare, and they command high prices. Mint errors on 1983 quarters can be extremely valuable. Some high-grade 1983 quarters have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. The 1983 USA quarter dollar might seem like an ordinary coin, but due to its unique history, lack of mint sets, and demand among collectors, it holds a special place in the numismatic world. Whether you're a casual collector or a serious investor, keeping an eye out for high-quality 1983 quarters can be a rewarding experience. Do you have a 1983 quarter in your collection? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting coin videos. Turn on notifications so you never miss out on rare coin updates. Thanks for watching Yamara, and we'll see you in the next video.